Hey guys, welcome to the Yokai Watch 2 Bony Spirits and Fleshy Souls demo. That's right. Last weekend, I got to go to Seattle for Pax West, and Nintendo was showing the demo off a bit early. Now this demo, in my opinion, is phenomenally better than Yokai Watch 1. From what I can gather, things are structured a little bit differently. In Yokai Watch 1, it was basically the team at Nintendo of America developing their own game, if that makes any sense, just taking bits and pieces that are already pre-existing and not really letting you witness the full story of the game. However, this one is way stinking better. I'm not going to go over everything that happens in the demo because at the end of the day, it's still a demo, and if you've played a Yokai Watch game before, none of that is really going to be too terribly interesting. And if you've watched my Yokai Watch 3 playthrough, the boss fight that you fight in the demo is in that game as well, so it's kind of recycled content. In a sense, it's still pretty cool, but yes, this video is going to be focusing on just my general thoughts on the gameplay. So recently with the Nintendo Direct, we have learned a little bit more about Yokai Watch 2's localization, such as the M skill and, you know, just stuff like that, and the fact that Sailor Yawn sounds very not like I thought she would, but yeah, focusing on the demo. So there are two, I think the lady at the booth said there are 4 leaders that you can battle in the demo. Now, I was able to find 2 and defeat both of them, and I apparently was the first to do so at that station, so I feel kind of cool about that. But yeah, the demo itself is really polished this time. I'm actually very excited. If you've been on the fence about Yokai Watch, I seriously recommend the second game. But basically what's happening here is the donut flew into the shed, and once you enter there, that's when you do battle with Mega Nyan. But instead, you can just not do that, and it's actually suggested that you do that. So here I am just looking around and seeing, you know, there's a lot of yokai that you can battle, but the person told me, hey, you probably want to go here if you want a challenge, and you know me, I can never run away from a challenge. So we come over to this temple, and there's this very mysterious aura. Let's take out the Yokai Watch, and there he is. The brand new yokai of the S rank and the eerie tribe, Arachnus, is going to battle me. And I don't know how you feel about this guy, but I absolutely love him. It's time to get into the proper thing. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm still a novice at filming, but yeah, unfortunately we were unable to capture direct audio, but yeah, well, no, this is unexpected. I was just thinking about how I'd like to battle someone. Shall we? Absolutely. I have no idea what he's gonna sound like in the localization, but this is a very important character in Yokai Watch 2, and I'll be totally honest with you, from what I can gather, his battle is no joke. It is pretty darn difficult, but still very fun. So for this battle, we had Tungus, Jibanyan, Baku, all of the Charming Tribe, and in the back row, we had Ruffraff, Hungramps, and a brand new yokai called Brushido. So we didn't have any talismans to start the battle off with, but for the most part, this seemed to be the way to go. Now there's also a brand new minigame on the bottom screen. It seems like a lot of time travel will be kind of delved into, and wow, he's an Earth attribute and almost knocked out Jibanyan in one go, but we finish off the Sultimate. Pause of Fury, still relatively the same. Not too much has changed there. It'd be kind of weird if it did. But I'm going to try and show off some of the other yokai as well in the Yokai Blasters minigame. There have been a lot of name changes, and if you guys want to see a video on that, let me know. I'd definitely love to cover that. But yeah, Brushido, he is so stinking. I don't know. He's not really... His Ultimate's more about nullifying the opponents in Spirit Mints instead of like doing direct damage, which isn't always fantastic because usually most enemies in Spirit Mints aren't that bad. But yeah, Ruffraff getting the speed down, decreasing the enemy stats, buffing and debuffing. That's kind of just RPG 101 there. But for the most part, I'm just telling you straight up, the combat, it's more of the same. That's not bad. With Yokai Watch 2, I feel like the core ideals and principles that they were trying to execute with Yokai Watch 1, they were there. But now they've had time to polish things, and yeah, I'm doing these minigames. The person was like, you've played Yokai a lot, and I'm like, yeah, almost 200 hours at this point, but, yeah, so keep that in mind when coming into Yokai Watch 2. Don't think it's going to blow your mind and like you've never experienced a game like this before, but it's a game that, now that they've had time to polish it and they understand what the type of game they're trying to make, is good. So the wheel function is still back. I know I have Yokai Watch 3 videos up. It's still 6 versus 1, but they have been confirmed to be 6 versus 6 battles, in a sense, if that makes any sense, in the sense that there's 3 in the front row, 3 in the back. None of that was shown off in the demo, but I just thought I'd mention that now. Another feature I was like told about and I completely forgot about is the fact that this is the game that we can like have yokai follow us. And yeah, somehow I won against an S-rank yokai. Really, all it did was kind of just get beat up. But yeah, there's no reward. It's kind of just bragging rights, if that makes any sense. I did not expect such strength. I'm an anime character. All right, peace out, bro. But yeah, now that we've seen Arachnus, it's time to check out the second yokai of, gosh. Basically, these are like ancient like deities, and they're like a frog and a spider god. I don't really know what the war between a frog and a spider. Just seems like the frog would eat the spider and all that stuff. But the next yokai that I'm trying to check out, and wow, the map, at least in where we are right now, which has been localized to Harrisville, is really, really big. Like, think one map of Yokai Watch 1 plus a little bit of downtown Springdale. Just like, you know where this station is? Pretty much that and all up. It's big, it's big. And now we finally realize that, yeah, showing the bottom screen is kind of a mute point. I'll be totally honest with you guys, I'm still pretty new to this, so if any of my quality's off, please let me know and I'll try and do better next time. But yeah, we sadly can't go anywhere we want in the demo because they can only put so much on a cartridge, if that makes any sense. And they want people to download it at a reasonable time. But if you follow the tunnel over here, there's yet again another hidden encounter to battle. And luckily for me, yeah, oh, I think, yeah, guess we'll see some of the new items and cannot be fused. I see the cannot be fused item, but there's like a lot of items that wouldn't really matter, if that makes any sense. Like the yokai watch. Oh, you can't fuse the yokai watch. That's great. Or maybe you can. I don't really know. Anyways, just thought I'd show some items off. Now we're going to battle the second leader, whose name you either love or you hate. Personally, I think it's good. I think it gives a sense of what Yokai Watch is all about, which is just being funny and corny. But this is a Total Dude. Huh, what? You need something? Funny. Seems like you want to fight. Is that what you want? Totally not his voice. But this is a tough tribe yokai who's basically a frog deity. And he's pretty darn tough, as his name suggests. Yeah, like seriously. He actually hurts a lot and takes a lot of punishment. So this like took a while. Now, this battle, I did not have all my healers topped off at all. So we were already starting off pretty bad, but I decided to like just channel my soul ultimate as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, he is a water attribute and almost one-hit KO'd Jibanyan, but since Jibanyan is so fast and Pause of Fury is just such a reliable amount of damage, decided to go with that first. Unfortunately, everything didn't hit, but yeah, the demo gave you some items, and Yokai is the type of game where I personally never really worry about items. Like, I don't feel bad using them, but a Soul Ultimate we've seen if you've played Yokai Watch and Wibble Wobble and recruited this amazing yokai that everyone honestly should use, Tungus. We're gonna see that Soul Ultimate right now, the Lick of Love. Not a bad animation. That gives us a heal. That's pretty much it. It'd be nice if I had a heal and like a heal over time effect in the form of an Inspirament, but doesn't look like it. From what I can gather, though, I did use Bushido's Soul Ultimate here. I thought I was getting oh man. I just love the way he attacks, dude. Just like swings his giant tongue of hair. It's pretty darn new, pretty unique, I gotta say. But Rough Raff gets KO'd. But right now, I believe you're listening to the boss theme, which I think plays when we battle them. I'll be honest with you, there was a lot happening in the convention hall. It was very hard to hear what was happening. But I can confirm that there is a new opening. However, we were not allowed to like share what that sounded like. But also another feature is when you're like pinning the opponent, you can see their favorite food now, which is really cool. As you saw, Total Dude's favorite food is soba noodles. So if you give him that, he gonna dig it. And the second I buff up Jibanyan, he's already getting just torn to pieces with this water attack. Not gonna lie, I find Total Dude to be a little bit more difficult since Jibanyan's basically your best damage in the form. Well, Rough Raff's not bad damage, but he doesn't have a damage over time, or just a straight up damage Soul Ultimate. It can be a little rough, and honestly, there's a couple segments where it's like, okay, it's RNG. Just like there, he loafed around and totally took out Baku as a retaliation of that. But you know what? I got reviving items. There are 2 other leaders inside the demo. However, I'm not sure if these are unique enemies to Yokai Watch 2, or if they are simply just higher level yokai that you can battle, excluding Meganyan. But there's also a, yeah, and they'll see this. I don't know, man, Bushido's kind of cool. He's got his brush, and you know, Bushido is like the samurai thing, but Yeah, I don't know. I'm really digging Yokai Watch 2. I hope I'm gonna do more in-depth videos when the actual demo comes out, but I obviously didn't want to spend all day here. There were tons of people that wanted to play the game as well, and I understand, you know, I want to let them play too, if that makes any sense. But honestly, I'm digging it a lot. Toadal Dude was a total blast to fight. That wasn't a pun, I swear, I'm just saying. And I cannot wait for the full demo to come out. Hopefully soon. Should be out in a couple of days, actually, so we'll be able to check that out. But yes, there are more Yokai Watch 2 videos coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, as brief as it was. And man, not bad. That was a cool battle. Right on. You and me are fighting partners from now on. Does that mean you can join? Oh, can't join me. Alright, that's cool. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day. Hope you're excited for Yokai Watch 2. I sure know I am. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.